Well, apparently, a Silver Surfer film is in active development over at the MCU.
Ooh.
I mean,
Hmm?
no brainer, I think would be the logical conclusion here. Like, I,
Uh,
I mean,
It's surprising that we've heard about this one before the Fantastic Four.
well,
yeah.
Like,
they
yeah,
technically.
Feige
I mean, like,
said they're doing Fantastic Four, but
because
like,
like I just heard it like ever since they had that rumblings where like Marvel wanted to get Keanu Reeves for something for one of their
Mm.
projects, and like this kept coming up.
yeah, I think that's just people wanting Keanu for anything.
Yeah.
That is true. Like, who should be Sue Storm? Keanu Reeves. Okay,
Please.
all right.
Can we please have Sue Storm be
He'll
Keanu
mocap,
Reeves?
Sue Storm.
And he's just like, you're breathtaking. You're breathtaking.
That's
Yeah, no, it's Keanu Reeves is somebody that they would definitely want, but I can't see him being Silver Surfer.
honestly, I think his voice, though, I think he could do that.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah,
think he
his
could
voice.
voice Surfer, like that stoic, monotone-ish nature that he can deliver. Like, I think that would be kind of good.
But do you waste? Well, no, because if you
Well,
actually
they got
have
Bradley Cooper for Rocket Raccoon, and he's like
Okay,
top
no, no.
level. So
But they can also still recast him later on in a physical role.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing that they could potentially do with Bradley Cooper if they wanted to.
Yep.
Recast him. Same thing with Vin Diesel if they wanted to. Like anybody who's a voice actor could double down as
I mean, at this point with what they've done recently, anyone could be recast.
yeah, you could literally recast anybody besides like the big Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. Anybody else
Oh,
I think
yeah.
would be fair game. Now, here's the thing about Silver Surfer. He's not just a throwaway villain to toss into a film.
Yeah.
Like his power levels, his back history. If you're really gonna build up Galactus, you're gonna do Silver Surfer, like, and you're gonna do it properly. So
I'm excited then because we could see his home planet. We can see the downfall of him trying to him sacrificing himself to allow his family to survive. And then that could slowly start to introduce Galactus by the end of it. Almost kind of like the backstory and flashbacks of Gamora, but give us actually Gamora's, like, or not Gamora's story, but give us Full Surfer's story.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's an interesting part here to be like that goes into this conversation because Disney announced all their Disney Plus, content, and the Silver Surfer cartoon they produced, which was way ahead of its time. Like if you go watch it, like, damn, they were like cosmic Jack Kirby to the max here. Like I remember my dad loved that cartoon even. Like so. I think that's an indicator that they want to see how the audience responds when they watch that. And there's no way you just toss Surfer anywhere. Like his whole thing and how could revolve around the downfall and him, his redemption arc and interaction with the whole MCU. Like there's so much there.
Well, here's the thing. What if they use a Surfer movie to like set up the Annihilators?
I mean, yeah.
And that way you can do like you can get the Shi'ar and like the Imperial Guard to get Gladiator. You can do Beta Ray Bill. You can do Nova. You can do like any overpowered cosmic character and just go like, here's a team.
Right, you literally toss them into one movie because you're like, look, and when it's their time, they'll show up and they'll fight Galactus. But for now, keep them at the edge of space, doing their thing. I mean, I think that's definitely the way they go because as far as it goes, they were looking back at what's it called, Silver Surfer in 2011, 2012 because that was the whole exchange they tried to do with Fox, and Fox said no because they were originally going to use Surfer and Galactus for Avengers and Avengers 2, 3, 4, whatever. So, like, what a different timetable and
I'm
turn of
happy
events.
we didn't get them that early.
Same.
I'm really happy that we got the Thanos storyline because we've already had such a cataclysmic event of the blip and people, half of the existence of the world's being destroyed, or not destroyed, but gone. So having now a different type of threat, a world eater that you cannot unsnap,
Yeah.
like, it'll be very interesting to see how we're able to get that.
I would guess Surfer comes at us probably within 2 years of when Fantastic Four happens. That's
the thing. Do we get Silver Surfer first or Fantastic Four first?
I would say probably Fantastic Four first, and like Surfer within a year, like that type of deal. It's like, oh, what's start building this up as a side thing. Like,
But do
So
you
any
want to
particular
have
reason
them?
why?
Do you want to have them though too close together? Because a lot of people then are gonna, who still remember at that point, the
all those
Fantastic
people are
Fours.
30-year-olds. They won't care anymore.
Like, will they sit there and be like, are they just redoing this? Is Sue gonna basically fall in love with Silver Surfer again?
No, like, I mean, here's my whole thing on the Silver Surfer Fantastic Four. One, the recognition. Again, like Shay said, there will be that degree of it, but I feel like Fantastic Four, you kick it off with the more grounded, going fantastical side, which, yes, that is what it is. And then once you're building up the Cosmic Surfer a little bit out of the way, because to me, if you drop Surfer down first and you build up Galactus first, it takes away, to me personally, a little bit of the Fantastic Four, because eventually they're going to have to come face to face. It's kind of like dropping Doom into a first Fantastic Four movie. Like, it just seems a little out of order.
So then here, what about this order? What comes first? Fantastic Four, Doom, or Surfer?
Well, I would do Doom first, but
Or is that you
it's
fanboying
Doom.
or doing it, like, intelligently?
well, Disney Plus series and fanboy.
That's another thing. Could this be on Disney Plus as a Disney Plus movie,
I mean,
or it would be in like theaters?
I would honestly, I would wish, because the nature of what Zen-La looks like, so you could have one confined, really big set to sell the small nature of the planet and his downfall, and then you could really explore that. And like, I don't know, I feel like to me personally, everything should honestly be a TV series at this point now on Disney Plus, just because it's like more time to live with these characters. But
I say it just makes it more like the comics, doesn't it?
Exactly,
That's
that's-
all serialized. So let's make these things serialized.
yep, and I think that's the way they're moving anyway. Like, in 10 years, I'll be surprised if majority of the output isn't. I mean, it's already going to be majority TV by the time we're in 2023.
I was to
so-
say, we should look at Phase 4 now.
Yeah.
Like, there's way more shows than there are movies. The movies
Yep.
are like the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
The shows are... Not that just saying the shows aren't big. We get a possible Young Avengers, but, it's more
Yeah.
not as big, I should say.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more content because Disney's realizing you currently already had to use how many movies to be able to broadcast and show us all these stories to get to Infinity War and to get to Endgame. So now you're going to be able to have your streaming service, which is going to just give you not just 5 hours potentially of movies. You're going to have 8+ hours for one season
Right.
of a character development.
Well, it's also a thing where it's like James Gunn expressed a lot of interest in Silver Surfer, and recently even the Russo brothers said that could bring them into the fold. I mean, who's to say, like, in Guardians 3, they don't do one of those things where they're highlighting planets and where people are, and they just show you Zen-La, and you're like,
we don't
True.
want to go there.
yeah, it's like, let's not go there. Yeah, they're a peaceful people and a small population, but it's always, I think, in these Marvel films, I think that's how they're going to start establishing everything. Like, or Captain Marvel too. Who even knows? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she could go there.
But, like, what if we did the other way around? So you don't have Silver Surfer in a Fantastic Four movie, but you had the Fantastic Four in a Silver Surfer movie.
Oh, that would work.
Just like, if you want Surfer to have his own movie, you can't just have him be a supporting character for the Fantastic Four.
Definitely not.
So if we just completely leave him out of that franchise, maybe not completely, but like, for the most part, like, get them established first as something that as their own, then you do Surfer
'Cause
as his thing, and then you bring them together.
I think that could work, because to me, Galactus is not going to show up in Fantastic Four 3. He's showing up in Avengers Galactus Conquest or whatever the hell they're going to call it.
You
it's
do
like,
the Galactus trilogy. Like,
exactly. So maybe that's how they kind of orientate this, which, again, that's fine. And you have everything kind of at once and balanced out. Because,
especially when they want to do something different to what we've seen before, like separate them.
Yeah,
Like, obviously
exactly.
you're going to have to bring them together at some point. That's a no-brainer. But, establish them as their own separate things. But no, there's more to them than what you've seen in the 2 trashy movies that he's been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really good to actually be able to see all of these characters correctly and separated, because of the fact that you have to realize we've gotten everything just condensed and shoved, and we've had 2 bad adaptations of Doom. One.
No, you had 4
Yeah.
or 3, technically 3.
Three, yeah.
Okay. 3 bad adaptations of Doom. All right adaptations of the Fantastic Four. And then purple fart gas for Galactus.
Oh God! When his face
Silver
shows up
Surfer.
for like a second. Ugh.
No.
And
got
remember,
clouds
the
is shit.
board gave him his powers.
I do have bad news for you guys because Silver Surfer, Rise of Silver Surfer, has not been done as an audio commentary yet.
Good.
I like how you're missing the implication. You're like, not good. No one's ever gonna do that.
We actually sit there like once every 5 years or so. We rewatch those and we go, "Yep,
Yep, that first one.
Is that like a never forget thing? Like we'll never forget what happened.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
at least we know it's always going to be better than Fantastic Four stick."
Yep. Well, I mean, that's a low bar. That's a low bar. So yeah, I assume we'll hear about Silver Surfer in 2 years. San Diego or D23 in 2 years is my assumption where we get the announcement. So
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep. So let us know what you guys feel about it, and how would you like to see the Surfer handled in the MCU?